And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Ready, break.
53, Mike. So don't say nothing. Tighten up.
Ready.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second and very short, Jones. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing.
From the gun, Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Open man here, T.J. Jones. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is Latimer, complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Jones operating from the gun. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
It's out of time. It's out of time. Check. Fresno. Slam.
Allen going to throw. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Buffalo.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now T.J. Yeldon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is Yeldon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down.
First down, Bills.
$47 is the mic.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll run. It's the fullback, DeMarco. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
From the 2 now. 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. Now this time, Allen will throw. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo.
Next to score, Bills 7, Giants nothing. Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 11 now. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to, and the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
We want it. Come to my work. He's
a first down carry now for Yeldon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
TJ Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles. I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Single. Watch number 29. Man left. Check 52. Switch.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Allen now looks to throw. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run with Barkley. He's got the first down or more past midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 35.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Now Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Jones now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. And was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
at their own 23-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. You got three down, three down. Kill, kill, kill. .31's the mic. Exit, exit.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
56, 56.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He gets this out to Foster on the right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
First down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Bills.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dawson Knox with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Steps away to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play here for Buffalo. And even 50 yards on the ground. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Yeldon. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to float this one deep, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Check 90! Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey!
They'll toss it to Yeldon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. The throw over the middle taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Bills first down.
Check right 47. Good. Watch the twist, watch the twist. 47's the money.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you either throw.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Now watch one.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. It's caught. Shepard. A big play there for the Giants. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Looking to throw. Jones completes this again to Shepard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball is tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Now this one complete to Robert Foster. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards.
Under crunch. Take four.
On first down, Allen. Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. But now it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On third and long, it's Allen. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Yeldon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Watch twins. Out.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Got an open man. It's Foster. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that. And Coach
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Ed Oliver able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
2nd and 11. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you're getting those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
At the 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Buffalo, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.